my trails.
And hello everyone, it is Mod from Mod's Ways, and today we are starting a new series, and that is the Grand Prix series, or the Grand Prix series. This is for Formula 1 racing, 2014, and I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and I'm finally getting to it. So we're going to hit qualifying, and then we're going to hit the race. So without further ado, let's qualify. Alright, doing good so far. Come on now. The ghost right there represents first place right now, so we're maintaining it right now. Oh, we just lost some valuable time on him. We're 1 second behind him. We're so far on our time. I lost my back end there. I can't do that. And we'll finish. Alright, well, we're starting 8th for our Grand Prix. Our teammate Sebastian Vettel will start 3rd. Lewis Hamilton will start on the pole, and Nico Rosberg will start 2nd. So let's go racing. And also, why I'm also doing this Grand Prix series is because Jules Bianchi passed away, unfortunately, last week. So our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. And he died from a coma from a head injury that he took last year in the Japanese Grand Prix. Or I don't even think it was the actual race. I think it was practice or something. But alright, so let's. When are we due to pit? Lap 6. Alright, I just like to make sure, but I really shouldn't care. So without further ado, let's go racing for the Australian Grand Prix to start off the season. And I will keep an eye on the point system at the end. I will take a picture of it, and then at the end of each race I will I'll go into Microsoft Word, and then I'll show you the point systems, because I don't think this Grand Prix doesn't do this. But so here we go. Lewis Hamilton on the pole, his teammate Nico Rosberg. There's our teammate Sebastian Vettel starting 3rd on the grid, and then here's us starting 8th on the grid. Here we go. Getting ready to start the Australian Grand Prix. Here we go. We just wait for those 5 red lights and we can go racing. There are the 5 red lights, and here we go. Start of the Australian Grand Prix. Run to the back there of Alonso. Riding him to the outside. There goes Lewis Hamilton. We aren't right, or excuse me, Nico Rosberg should have. Oh, we're losing the back end. why I always lose the back end on Grand Prix mode and not career mode. But hitting the apex of the curb. We won't lose the back end of our car if we don't accelerate as hard coming out of the turn. But we'll just lose a bit of time there. And in the bottom left of my screen, or your screen, you will see the full map, and you can see where the drivers are at the moment. The yellow dot means my teammate, and right now we do not have any rivals, but that would show up as blue. So, I'm losing the back end there again, but we're fine. So Nico Rosberg will lead the first lap of this Grand Prix. We'll be in second, Fernando Alonso in third, and Lewis Hamilton fourth. Well, I'm maintaining with Nico Rosberg. 1.1 seconds. It's not bad. And you see some part of the field is starting to fall back. Oh, and now Nico Rosberg is gaining, or is pulling away from us by 1/10 of a second. So what DRS is it's a passing technique, and we just got the fastest lap. But what DRS is, a passing technique that you use to use on the car ahead of you. If you're within 1 second of the driver ahead of you, you are allowed to use it, and then you can basically it will give you more speed to get around the car during the DRS zone. And you can see the DRS zone is green on the map. Yeah, well, we're trying. But there's 2 DRS zones, and we already passed them, but you can see them on the map right now. And we're maintaining with Rosberg here. We just got to catch him now. And we're pulling away from Alonso, so this is just going to be a race between me and Rosberg. Yeah, we are gaining on Rosberg here, as the lead was 1.1 of a second, now went down to 0.9, and we kind of lost it there in that turn. That's going to cost us some time there on Nico Rosberg. I don't know how I lose it in that turn there. But here comes Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, we just lost a full second on Nico Rosberg as Alonso, and we are in the grass now, and that's going to cost us some more time. And here comes Alonso and them. Yeah, we just lost another second on Nico Rosberg, as that's gonna hurt us or ruin our chances of winning the Australian Grand Prix. And now I'm not paying attention and driving in the grass. But another fatal mistake will cost us second place, so we gotta make sure that, you know, we don't do that. Because here comes Alonso for the overtake. Like I said, we gotta make sure we don't make a mistake or we're gonna get past here. And most likely we're gonna get past in the straightaway here because he'll be given DRS and we won't. Just waiting for him to start gaining on us. Now the gap is 2.9 seconds, so basically 3 seconds. And 1 point from Rosberg, and then 1.1 on Alonso. Yeah, well, we've made a couple mistakes, but we're starting to pull away from Alonso now and gaining back on Rosberg. We are supposed to come in on lap 6, so next time by we'll be down on pit road. It's actually a pretty nice race, you know. We're maintaining the top 5. We're in point position, and we're just doing good. Now our main goal is to try and catch Rosberg. And you know, in career mode, I'm never usually over like spinning out like I am right now. But that's what's making it a challenge for me, is to try and catch them. And we're in the grass again. Another accelerating problem.
The car behind is a full second down on you.
Yeah, now we're losing more time on Rosberg. And that's not good. We need to be up where he is and away from Alonso, so that way we can make more, well, I don't want to, but therefore we can make more mistakes up there, and that will give us time. Whereas another mistake like we keep making is going to keep costing us our chance at finishing on podium position here. I'm just focused on driving right now. I don't care what everything else says, because I don't want to screw up again like I have been. And we're coming in this time by. I don't know about Alonso, but Lewis Hamilton surely will be. And there we go, we are in. Lewis Hamilton will come in with us. And here we go. First pit stop of the day. And we're gone, just like that, 3.8 seconds. And there's Lewis Hamilton, he's gone as well. So that tells you that the gap is not that far apart.
Watch out for traffic as you rejoin the track.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch out for these cars coming down. You can kind of see my team or my player's head at the very bottom of your screen. you want to try and hit as many of the apexes as you can on these turns here, because those apex or the curbs, they really do help you in the long run.
You have a 2-second gap to the car behind. We need to keep
We're now in P10 or 10th place out of the 22 drivers still in this thing. So, you know, we're quite far behind, and now Nico Rosberg is now just making his way towards the pit box, and we're just going through sector 2 right now, which is the middle part of this track. And we're coming into sector 3, and we're in the grass. But now Nico Rosberg and all these drivers ahead of us will be in the pits this time by. Hopefully all of them. I can't tell if all... It looks like one of them stayed out. I just lost the back end there. We're actually losing spots. Wow. That's a game changer right there. There's Alonso right there. We have the run on him. We're gonna come to the outside here, and he's trying to block us off from using that outside. And this is gonna be the best turn of the day. I'm using the outside. Oh, and here comes Hamilton. Hamilton tried to use me to get inside me to go around Alonso and cause 3 wide in there. I wish I had the replay, but I would like to see that. I wonder if we just went 3 wide into that turn. But now we are in 5th place, or P5, and we are on 8 of 15, so we have about 7 more laps left in this race here in Australia for the Australian Grand Prix. We are in 5th place. Kimi Räikkönen leads the race, but I think he's surely coming in, because I don't think he went in at all. Because we were the first person to go in. We were the first ones to go in. Yeah, see, here come most of them down pit road. And now Alonso's going to get the run on us. Yeah, those guys stayed out an extra lap. There we go. Now we're back to... Alonso better wait to overtake me in the DRS zone. Not here in turn 1. That's a bad move. We're now in P2 now, as those 3 drivers that didn't go in on the earlier 2 laps are now in, and now they're back to their original position. And now the hunt is on to get up there to Rosberg, who is, quite frankly, has a 7-second lead over us. And if we want to win, we need to gain that time on them. Earlier in this race too, we were actually with them, and then we were over accelerating too in the grass, which also is going to cause us to spin out too. So and here comes Alonso and Hamilton. Hopefully we can be able to fight them off here on these final few laps. I was a little late there on the braking, but here we go. 5 laps to go left in the Australian Grand Prix, and now the gap is 7.2 seconds. Rosberg is definitely pulling away here. What's our... Alright, so we can go... Oh, balls. I didn't want to do that. I'm going to have to wait for another moment to go to rich fuel here, because we want to start... I don't even know if it's honestly worth it. Well, actually, I think about it, we need to pull away from these guys in order to get maintain second this race if that's what we want.
There's not much between you and the car behind, just 2 seconds.
So and there's someone down pit road. I had the courage to look. Alright, this is my chance to go there. Alright. We surely should pull away from the other drivers behind us, and if we don't, then I don't know what happened.
Be aware, we think the car behind is trying to save fuel.
That would be a wise move. 8 seconds? It was just like 6.6 last lap. Wow, we really need to pull away from those guys. 4 laps left here in the Australian Grand Prix, and we're in the grass going into that turn. And if we completely screwed up that sector there, that's not going to help. And we are in the grass again. This turn is killing us, and now the lead to Rosberg is 8.7, so now we're definitely not winning this race, but surely we can get second if we are wise enough and start blocking. But I think we have a decent lead where we can keep second. I mean, we've been in this most of the race, so I'm not too worried about them. I mean, we've had a 1.2 second lead over Alonso. That lead's been 2 seconds, so I'm not too worried. And I will keep track of the points. I will do that all by myself, and I will show you the race at the end, who gets points and who doesn't. And then I will add that point standings on the Microsoft Word, and then we'll see who ends up winning at the end of this Grand Prix series. Make sure to leave a like, share with your friends, and hit the subscribe button. Well, I heard the tires when I went into that turn. That's not a good sound to hear. We just turned the car again over braking, and now Nico Rosberg is just going that fast. He is going to catch a lap or last place. He's that far ahead. He's 9.3 seconds ahead of us, and I mean, we've been doing really well, and now it's a 10-second lead, but we've been doing really well and we're in the grass again. I have to slow down so I don't overspin it. And now here comes Alonso and Hamilton again. Those two have been battling it out for third, and I'm just over here trying to mind my own business, hoping that they don't overtake me, and then we can keep second. But we still have 3 laps left, and anything can happen in 3 laps when the rest of the field is catching up to you. Wow, there's about 4 cars back there, so this could get interesting real quick. Yeah, I probably should go off rich now, because that didn't help me catch up at all. And now it looks like Rosberg's gonna pass last place in one of the slower cars, so he surely should get the blue flag soon to go around him. And then we have lap traffic here on lap 13, but that hasn't happened yet, so. And they are just aching 1.3 seconds, as the gap now is 12 seconds to Rosberg. And this is my driver's hometown too, and we're not even winning, but we are maintaining a top podium position, which is pretty nice. Oh, you saw Alonso there going into that final few turn there. There we go, with 2 laps left in this Grand Prix. We're still in second. Can we hold on to it? It's a question. Yeah, the way I'm hearing those tires, that's not a good sound. That means we're going too fast into that turn, so now we have to lay off. We have to brake even more when in that turn. That might have cost me there again, but the lead behind us is 1.6 seconds. That's all we need to worry about. And here comes Alonso, and we lose our back end of it. We're going to try and do our best to block Alonso off from getting a chance to overtake, because I think we were defending our line there. So that is technically a legal move by us. We weren't technically blocking there. We were trying to get back onto our line, because we lost the back end of it. And now here we go, final lap. Alonso is caught up with us. He's trying to make a move on us, but he can't make a move on us because we're like blocking him. Oh my gosh, it's getting intense here in the final lap. 16-second lead to Rosberg there, as he has already gotten around the lap car there. And here we come into the final turn, into this final Sector 1, final time in Sector 1 of this Australian Grand Prix race, and we are running out of fuel. But that's usually a 2-lap indicator. 16.1 second lead to Rosberg. Rosberg's gonna win the Australian Grand Prix. And now Lewis Hamilton has overtaken Fernando Alonso. I would have preferred Alonso over Hamilton, and now Hamilton's going to try and make the move on us to take second. Oh no, that might have oh, this is close. This is going to come close. And there goes Hamilton to the outside of us. Doesn't get the pass around us yet. And here we come. It's going to come down to the final few turns. Nico Rosberg wins here in Australia, and thankfully none of the AI decided to dive in there and take us out. And here we go, one more turn, and we lose the back end of it, but we're gonna block Hamilton for second place, surely, and we get second place. That was intense. Wow. We will finish second here on the Australian Grand Prix. Nico Rosberg comes in first. Lewis Hamilton third. Fernando Alonso fourth. Ooh. I apologize. Raikkonen overtook Alonso. What a surprise. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick picture of this. Where's my phone? Here's my phone. I'm going to need to take a picture of this to put on the board for later. And my finger's covering the camera. And snap. Alright, I have it. So let's continue. So that was the Australian Grand Prix race. Hopefully you all enjoyed too, as there's the celebration for us. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this race. I did. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share with anyone, and stay tuned for race number 2. And for now, I will see you all shortly. Peace out.